Okay, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can somebody hear? Type in the chat. Can y'all hear? Okay, good. Okay, so I'm not gonna wait for everybody to get on here because I promised y'all this live like a long time ago, and I've been having complications with YouTube. Don't know how to work this, but we gonna get on to part 6. If you hey Quanah, if you tuned in, please thumbs up this video. Go thumbs up the last one. I'm making this live. I've been having complications, y'all. But I'm making this live because I promised y'all that I was gonna go live. So I'm making this live because I'm trying to get used to going live, because when I try to upload my videos, it's always a problem. So I know if I go live, it'll upload right then and there with no problem. So I'm about to try to start doing more lives because YouTube be giving me problems. That's why I can't never do what I want to do. But we're gonna try this today, and probably for the future. So like I said, if you tuned in, we're gonna start trying to go live. Make sure y'all subscribe, notifications on, so the video can upload without no problems. Go back and thumbs up the last video, please and thank you. But okay, so I'm just coming back from running. Y'all know I don't care how I look on here because that one day out of the week I shine. But I think I left off telling y'all that we was in church and Apostle was saying, she was telling us, she was like, watch, pray over y'all house because the Grim Reaper, I seen the Grim Reaper. And like I told y'all, like at the time I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, I didn't know how to pray, you know what I'm saying, I didn't know how to rebuke the devil, you know what I'm saying, I didn't know how to do none of that. So I didn't think nothing of it, you know what I'm saying? And these are the events, like these are all the things that took place, like the weeks leading down to JR dying, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm telling y'all this, because God has showed me this. So okay, I took that. I didn't know it was for me, but I took it, you know what I'm saying, and ran with it. Okay. So later on that week, I wanted to do something like special for like all the mothers in my life, you know what I'm saying? So what happened was Rhodey, Jamonica, Kika, Dorothy, Tony, rest in peace Tony. Tony just passed away. And Vita, Kishana, all my in-laws, I was like, okay, when I stayed on Pope Street, I like to throw like seafood balls and parties and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm still like that now. I like to host parties and stuff in my house, like feed people. I don't know why, I just like to feed people. So, I said I wanted to throw a Mother's Day party for like all the mothers in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to celebrate all the mothers in my life. So I wanted to throw a party, but I wanted to do it different. I wanted to do like a Mother's Day glow in the dark neon party, you know what I'm saying, for all the mothers, you know what I'm saying, that all the mothers that was in my life, you know what I'm saying, all the people that I loved and I cared about, you know what I'm saying. So I got it together. Like we had got this light, this neon light. I told everybody what neon colors. I got this cake made. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I hate that. I don't know what I did. Let me see. Let me see. I think I got it now, y'all. This is so complicated. I need to get a stand in my car. Alright, so anyways, so I got a cake. I got everybody's names on it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, we started planning the Mother's Day party. They said it was going to be a shrimp ball, you know, the time and all of this stuff. So, this was like, no, y'all. Let me go back for a second. So, before that, okay, I got to go back. But remember that. Okay, so like a couple days before that, me and Gerald we was in his car. We was sitting there, and I was like, I'm about to play a trick on your mama. This was like the days leading up into Mother's Day, the same week. So I was like, Gerald, I'm about to play a trick on your mama. I was like, I said I'm about to call her and tell her somebody came over here and shot you, and you in the back, you in the backyard, you're in the backyard helpless, you need help, you know what I'm saying? So I called his mama, I played a joke on her, she's screaming on the phone, she like, oh my God, did you call the ambulance? So I bust out laughing, I'm like, nah, I'm just playing, but like, that's why I was telling y'all, don't play with nobody's life, like, if you doing a trick or something on somebody, don't play with nobody's life, because I actually, you know what I'm saying, kind of spoke that into existence. So, then that's when the next day, before the Mother's Day, before we planned the Mother's Day party, me and JR was laying in the room. Okay, so how our house was made on Pope Street, like if you walk through the door, me and JR room was on the left hand side, and like the door was open, so me and Gerald room was on the left hand side. We had a middle bathroom, and then the next room over, I believe, was the morning room, because we was in a 2-bedroom house. Then when you walk in the front of the house, when you walk into the front of the house, it was the it was the front room, and then if you walked through the front room, there could have been the dining room, but then you walked into the kitchen. So we was in a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. So okay. Night before that, me and JR was on the bed, and we had our door open. Mind you, I told you was something up about this house. I don't know what it was, you know what I'm saying? Now in life, I know that I can sense like spirits and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I know this might sound crazy to a lot of y'all, but like I said, you have to be like spiritually inclined. Like, I don't know if y'all ever met somebody and it was like, you could be in a room and you could just feel somebody walk in the room, you know what I'm saying? But you don't have to turn around, or you don't have to look. You could just feel it, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes now that I'm in tune with, like, you know, in tune spiritually, you know what I'm saying, with myself, I can feel a lot of stuff before, and it's crazy because I can see a lot of things before they happen too. Like, I can tell somebody their future just by having conversation with them, you know what I'm saying? Like, what they about to end up. And so like I said, you know, so it was me and JR and our son. We had 2 sons at the time. We had Carville and Demar. So we was laying in the bed, but the only light in the house on was the light in our room. You know what I'm saying? So Demar was like, he was thirsty. You know what I'm saying? I think Demar was like 2 or 3 at the time this happened. So I was like, you know how to open the ice box, you know what I'm saying? You know, JR, where your gun at? Because at the time, JR had a revolver, and it sat on top. He always kept it on top of the ice box, but that night he was saying like he didn't have it, you know what I'm saying? He was like, it's not on top of that. He can go up in there, it's cool. So we was laying in the bed, and I told Demarion, I said, go fix you some. I said, go fix you something to drink. You know how to reach the ice box. So he was like, okay. So I'm looking down playing on my phone, you know what I'm saying? He just ran in the room, and he was like, no, 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 no. I said, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? He was like, no, mommy, no. And so he ran up to the bed, and he just was holding me. So I said, Demarion, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So he was like, no, 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 mommy, no. I said, that's crazy. I was just thinking about my daddy, and he texted me because I was about to bring him up in this next sentence. That's crazy. So I said, Demarion, what's wrong with you? What you scared of? And he was just holding me tight. Oh, thank you, Marsha. So he was just holding me tight. So I grabbed him off of me, and I looked at him. I said, Demarion, look at me. I said, tell me what's wrong with you. I said, you know how to talk. Use your words. So he backed up. I guarantee y'all not. He backed up. He looked outside our door where it was pitch. Mind you, I told you the only light in the room was the light in our room. All the lights in the house was out, but you can see the front room from where our bedroom was. He looked at his daddy. He looked out the door. He pointed his finger just like this straight to his daddy. I swear to God, that's a true story. So he just held his finger right there. So I got up. I said, come on, come with me. he was dragging himself back. He was like, "No, mommy, no, I want to go." So I walked out the door, and I looked around. I said, "Demorian, it's nothing out here." I said, "What's wrong with you?" But later on, my daddy was like, he seen something that you could not see, and that's not the first time Demorian seen something. When he was a baby, he was a baby. He was a couple of months when we stayed on we stayed on Porter Street. Demarion was running from something and he was laughing while he was running. You know what I'm saying? He kept looking back and he was running and laughing from something, laughing at something. That's not the first time. You know what I'm saying? He did it. You know what I'm saying? So my daddy had told me later on in life, he was like, he probably was born with veils on his face and probably don't even know what they are. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know what that is, that's when you can see the what people can't see. You know what I'm saying? My daddy said when he was young, his grandfather took him somewhere downtown, and well, he not his grandfather, my daddy, because my papa. That's what I meant to say. My daddy was a voodoo king, a priest. He was a voodoo priest, and I believe in voodoo, but I'm spiritually equipped, baby, so it ain't touching me for whoever deal with that type of stuff. But my grandfather knew how to do voodoo. So my daddy, he knew my daddy was gifted. So what he did was he took my daddy downtown and asked him what he seen. So my daddy told my grandpa, I see a whole bunch of people. Yeah, it's deep. So I be telling people that like I got a history. So my grandfather asked my daddy, what do he see? So my daddy told him he see a bunch of hanging dead people, and it wasn't there physically, but it was there spiritually. And like I told y'all my auntie, I got an auntie, and her name's Titi. And anybody that's a Parkinson know this. My auntie sees spirits too. She talks to them all the time. Before my grandma got cancer, my mama came to her. My mama died when I was 7 from cirrhosis of the liver. My mama came to her and told her that my grandmother was about to get sick. Monty got sick with COVID, and all the people that died in our family was around her bed praying for her. So like veils run through both sides of my family. You know what I'm saying? You know. So that's what my daddy told me about the morning. Like maybe he seen something that I could not see. You know what I'm saying? So I go out, I don't see nothing. I'm like, the morning ain't nothing out here. So now we fast forwarding. Now back to us planning this Mother's Day party. So like I said, we was trying to figure out if we wanted to do a shrimp ball, barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So and Dorothy, okay, I got a play sister named Dorothy. But y'all know, baby, Rody blood couldn't make us no closer. You know what I'm saying? So if you go to Dorothy page, I'm gonna try to upload all. I'm gonna see if I can upload all these pictures to my YouTube for y'all, even for y'all that don't follow me. I just want y'all. I want to upload it to my YouTube so y'all can see like the old pictures where I was telling y'all what Gerald was smoking Ren and he looked at age. But I want to show y'all the old pictures of me and Gerald. I want to show y'all the pictures from the Mother's Day glow in the dark neon party. But Dorothy got most of them all on her page, like. If you go to my sister page, her name Dorothy Harris. If you go to her page, you'll see all the pictures that we took. Like most of all the pictures we took on Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Well, the Mother's Day, the day before Mother's. I don't really remember. I'm giving y'all this story as best as I can remember. So yeah. So we figuring out what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So okay. After that let me see. Okay, so I had another play sister, and she was into it with her baby daddy. I'm gonna say at the time her baby. I'm not gonna name her name because I know this is embarrassing. Just because I'm telling my story about abuse. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let nobody come out and tell her their story of abuse until they ready for it. I'm not like that. So I had another play sister. She was into it with her baby daddy, and so he was physically abusive. You know what I'm saying? So I think they had some stuff going on, but keep that in mind too because I'm about to tell you how the tables turn because that night me and Gerard got into it. I actually thought it was her that was going, you know what I'm saying, have a whole cop situation because at the time her baby daddy was putting his hands on her. So, but long story short, so yeah, we had the glow in the dark party the day before. This was the day before. I think this was the day before Jared died. We had a glow in the dark party, and I'm trying to remember, y'all. We had a glow in the dark party the day before Jared died. And I mean, we had a good time. We was up in we was eating, we was drinking, we was dancing. Um, it was like a bunch of people there. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a bunch of people. So we was partying, we was having a good time. Nobody, it wasn't no bad vibes. Jar even had a couple of, well, I ain't gonna lie, like Jar had a couple of his homeboys from Woodville that came down. You know what I'm saying? But my brother came there drunk. Him and Jar got into it, but my brother ended up leaving. I made him leave, so that's probably another reason why the rumor came in. Like, you know, my brother was the one that killed him, and I just took the case. But that's not true. My brother left, and then he came back. You know, so. Okay, we had a party, we had a good time. So that night, JR left. Him and Keontae left. They went to go hustle. So I cleaned up. I stayed at home with the kids. So I think the next day, Gerald came home and like the next day Gerald came. He was on he was on the block hustling all night. The next day Gerald came home was like maybe at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Because when he got home, him and Keontae was with him, and Gerald was like Keontae spending the night. He said he would have slept on the floor or something. I don't know, something like that. I'm just trying to remember as best as I can. So then when I got up, Gerald was getting in bed. So I know reason why I never forget this. I'll never forget this because hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get my emotions together. I never forget this because I remember. I remember this because it's like it was the last time he told me he loved me, and I told him I loved him. So he had came in that morning and he got in the bed with me and I believe we made love, and then after that he was like you love me, and I was like, yeah, I love you with all my heart. And he was like, I know you do. And it's like, looking back at this, something told me like, the way I said that, like something told me that was gonna be my last time saying that to him. You know, like, because every time I look back at it, I remember how I said it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so looking back on it, it's like that morning that told me like that was gonna be my last time. You know what I'm saying? Like saying it to him. So I got up. Mama called me, baby the mama. I call her my mama too. So she called me and she was like, get up, you going to church? I was like, yeah. So I got, you know what I'm saying, I got the kids together. I got dressed. They came pick me up. Mama spoke to JR, you know what I'm saying? I got in the car with them. We went to church, you know what I'm saying? East Gill. We went to church. So we got to church, and I think the sermon was something like Mother's Day makeover or something like that. But the preacher was giving away prizes, and I think I won a prize, like a little stone that said something about a mother or something. You know what I'm saying? This is the day of Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? So we go back to Spruce Street. So about this time, I think around, I don't know, at the church I think it was like 12, 1, something like that. And they was like they was like, what y'all want to do? You know, Brody, all us, we all sitting around. You know, Kika, Jamonica, we sitting around. So I'm like, well, y'all want to go pick up what we left off last night? You know what I'm saying? Let's go to my house and let's do shrimp again. You know what I'm saying? We like seafood. You know what I'm saying? Females like seafood. We just like seafood. So we went back to my house and we bought some seafood. So we sat there. You know, everybody was you know, we seen Brody, I mean Tito and JR before we got back to the house. You know what I'm saying? But we you know, everybody was getting their Mother's Day presents, you know what I'm saying? So JR hadn't got me one yet, but I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I was having a good day. I wasn't worried about it because I knew eventually it was gonna come, you know what I'm saying? But long story short, like, I remember, well, I'm gonna get to that point, but not right now. So we went to my house. We threw a seafood boil. I remember putting JR a plate up, like, for when he came home. You know what I'm saying? But Tito and him and Keon said they was all still on the block by the time we made it back. So we sitting in my house, we drinking. You know what I'm saying? We drinking, we chilling. You know what I'm saying? I think one of my sister dudes came over, bought her Mother's Day present. Rhodey had got her Mother's Day present. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had got their Mother's Day present. So we chilling, we drinking, we, you know, having a good time. So later on that day, like I said, my sister was into it with one of her baby daddies, and I think she was scared to go home or something like that because we knew her baby daddy was, you know, abusive. So I'm trying to figure out who this was, because somebody, I can't remember, y'all. I don't know if it was, I forgot who her baby daddy was at the time that she didn't want to go home. But I don't know, whoever the dude was she was with in my house. I can't really remember. I don't want to say no names to get nobody caught up in this story, and it ain't the person I'm saying. But I think it was Momo that came over and left a Grey Goose bottle in my house. So we was drinking, we was chilling. Everybody was together. We was having a good time. I was not, you know what I'm saying? I was not in no angry mood on Mother's Day. I was straight. So okay, everybody, I put JR a plate up. Brody got Tito a plate. They left. It was, I don't know what time it was they left. But after they left, I started cleaning up the house. I started getting my kids ready for bed. I think Carvel was in my room and Demarion was in his room. So I cleaned them up, gave them a bath, put them to bed, started cleaning up my house. So I was cleaning up my house, and I think I went to go take a bath, and Rhodey called me or something. I don't know. But I remember I was trying to get to my bed because they had this movie on Lifetime I wanted to see. It was called Walking the House or something. I was anxious to see the movie because I had, you know, back to me, but I don't watch Lifetime like I used to no more. But like back in the day, like that, you know what I'm saying? Lifetime was for me everything. So I was watching the previews like that whole week. You know what I'm saying, about this movie that was coming on Mother's Day. So I was like, I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? So I laid the kids down. By the time I laid down, the movie was just coming on, and I fell asleep watching the movie. Okay. So, mind you, I think I woke up because JR had came home. And matter of fact, I think something was wrong with his car at the time. So I woke up because JR had came home, and I unlocked the door for him. And so he came in the house to get some more we used to call it work at the time, but dope. You know what I'm saying? He came back home to get some dope, and he was cutting it up in the kitchen, I guess, because when he came in, he went straight to the kitchen. So I got back in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Now at this point, to me, Mother's Day over with. You know what I'm saying? Now, like my lawyer explained it when we was on a stand. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like he explained, and this, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy because, you know, I never thought about it like this. You know what I'm saying? Like he explained it to me when I was on the stand at trial. He was like, "So let me ask you something." He said, "Be real with me." I said, "Okay." He said, "Were you a little saucy because you didn't get nothing for Mother's Day?" I said, "Yeah." I'ma say that, like, he was like, "Okay, so if you was, you know what I'm saying, basically, if I was with you and you was with me and I forgot your birthday, or I forgot our anniversary, or I forgot, you know what I'm saying, Valentine's Day, you would be a little saucy with me, you know what I'm saying, you know, a little attitude." I said, "Yeah." He said, "But you wasn't angry enough to, you know what I'm saying, because I forgot your birthday, or I forgot to get you a birthday present or a Mother's Day present. You wasn't so upset that you was going to take my life." I said, "No, who would get mad, ain't that upset because of a gift?" He was like, "So it's fair to say you were saucy." Okay, cool. I was saucy. I'll take that. But I wasn't about to start no argument over no Mother's Day present. You understand what I'm saying? How many people right now watching this video can be in a relationship with somebody and be like, say for instance you got a spouse, it's your birthday, you live with this person for years, you know what I'm saying, and the morning y'all wake up, they don't say happy birthday to you. From all the way down, you know what I'm saying, till you go to sleep, you ain't getting no present, you ain't getting no dinner, you know what I'm saying? And then finally, later on that day, when the day didn't pass y'all by, you want to tell me happy birthday? You not mad, but you just like, okay, you upset. It hurt your feelings, but it ain't hurt you enough to be like, okay, so you forgot my birthday, so I'm about to kill you. You forgot to buy me a present for my birthday, so you gotta die. But another thing, y'all, I want y'all to know about my situation too. JR had a whole gun in the house, a whole gun. So, why not? Exactly, because I'm not about to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But check this too. Mind y'all, it's a gun in the house. You know what I'm saying? It's a gun in the house. So, okay, you bought me a mother. You bought me some flowers in the court. Oh, I didn't want it, so I'm about to. Why not just shoot you in the head if I was that upset? Look, once to the head, you dead. It's over with. You understand what I'm saying? But if you look back if you go back to my videos, like a crime scene, it was a struggle. You can tell that it was a struggle in that house. You know what I'm saying? And I knew what a gun was. If I had. See, when I was in jail, I studied my case, but we about to get to that too. So, okay, Gerald come up in the house, he cutting dope. So he, you know, whatever. I'm going back in my bed. So at the time, you know what I'm saying, his mama walk in, she like, "Gerald, come on, 'cause she going to take him to go hit the lick." You understand what I'm saying? So she like, "Gerald, come on." So she speaks to me, I speak to her, you know. I go get back in the bed, you know. So they leave. They leave. I go get back in my bed and fall asleep again watching this movie. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'ma stop y'all right there because I'm about to switch gears. I'm not about to go off this live, but I'm about to switch gears because I'm looking at the time. I'm gonna try to give y'all an hour. So fast forward to that later on at night. So I'm gonna give y'all one more thing before he died, and then I'm about to take y'all somewhere else. Okay, so I go back to sleep. Now I'm watching this movie. I go back to sleep. I'm in the bed with my baby. I go back to sleep. So about, I don't know. I mean, from watching the news reports, it said like 11, 12 o'clock at night. I don't know. I wasn't looking at the time. At this point, I'm tired. I've been drinking. I've been partying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired. And I don't care. It's over with now. So about 11, 12 that night, 12 something that night, I don't know. He come back in the house and he got flowers and a card. Mind you, I'm in the bed. So he put the flowers in the card on side of me, and he say, Happy Mother's Day, and he walk out the room. Okay. I look at the flowers, I look at the card, and I put them on side of me. I roll back over to watch TV. I didn't say nothing to him. Nothing. His mama, his sister, his cousins come walk in the room. She like, I think she picked up the flowers in the card, and she was like, you see what Jared about you? I said, yeah, I see it. I said, it's cool, I see it. So she like, they started talking about something else. So he says, mind you, we talk about something else, but he in the front room going off like you ungrateful, be this, and that. So we start arguing while his mama done, but I'm like, man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about it. I'm in my bed at this point. So his mama like, y'all get past it or whatever. And she put, I don't know what she did with the flowers in the card, but she did something with it. So I told them bye, they left. You know what I'm saying? I got up to go. I think I got up to go. No, I didn't lock the door yet. I don't think I locked the door yet. So I go lay back down. Then I hear another knock at the door. Now it's my brother Jacob. Jacob came over there because remember my sister I was telling y'all about that was going through a domestic violence situation herself. He came back over there and he was like, JR, he was like, you got a gun I can use? And I guess him and JR was talking, and JR told him no, he didn't have a gun. And then he came and spoke to me, and I was like, well, you know, he was like, can I have some cake or whatever left over from Seafood Boy? I was like, yeah, cool, yeah. So Jacob Harris, he can testify to this. This was the same night JR died, a couple of minutes before he passed away. Bet. Okay, I'm done with it. I'm not gonna tell y'all what happened that night until I get on the stand. That's why I say this about to take a drastic change, because when I tell y'all that, I don't know where I'm gonna go. I don't know how I'm gonna feel, because people say when I tell that story, I don't even be in my body no more. I be somewhere else. So I'm gonna just fast forward to when I got arrested. So fast forward, I remember me sitting on the porch, and I swear y'all, it was like, you know how you see a movie and like you standing in it watching yourself? Like, it was like, that's what that was. Like, I was sitting watching myself outside. Like, I don't know how to put it. Like, it was like an out of body experience. Like, it's happening, it's going on, but it's like you so in shock that you looking at yourself like it's like, I don't know, y'all. Like, to be in a situation like that, it was like an out of body experience, because I felt like I was dreaming. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like I was dreaming, and I felt like it wasn't real. You know what I'm saying? Like, honest to God, like, it wasn't real. Like, what I was going through at that moment, at the time. And like, I don't know if y'all ever smell like the smell of death and blood. You know what I'm saying? But like, it is a horrifying, haunting smell. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I just remember, you know what I'm saying? I just remember me covered in blood from like my head to, I was just like, in the smell, it was just like, you know what I'm saying? It was like the most, like, it was like the most traumatizing thing I ever went through in my life. Like, and I ain't gonna say the most, it was it. That was that for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't believe I was in that moment at that time. And it's like, that's why, you know what I'm saying, to this day, like, I still have nightmares about that night. Like, my husband can tell you, like, I have dreams to where I wake up out of my sleep, you know what I'm saying, screaming and crying. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I be telling people, like, in my situation, it ain't no justice. You know what I'm saying? Because Even though I'm free physically, in my mind I'm not. You know what I'm saying? You never forget something like that. You never ever forget something like that. I don't care how far you try to push it to the back of your mind. You don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? You don't forget that. You don't forget that smell. You don't forget that out of body experience. I just see me looking at myself. You know what I'm saying? And when an officer when the officer arrested me, you could tell that he was like in shock. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I remember is him. You know what I'm saying? I remember Kika pulling up. I don't even remember calling nobody. I don't even know how Kika got there. I remember Kika pulling up. I remember her walking past me when I was on the porch. I remember her grabbing the kids, and I remember her. I don't know what she did after that, but I can see Kika right now in my head. I can see her in a truck in Explorer, and I can see the officer asking me what did I do, and I could see me just holding my head, shaking my head with my hands on my head, and I can remember the officer grabbing me and putting me in handcuffs, and I was just like, I was in this place where I was in the back of the cop car, and all I seen was like a whole bunch of lights, just because where I stayed at on Pope Street, like I stayed at the corner, and so I seen like a whole bunch of like police lights just lighting up the block. It was like so surreal because it's like you never think your life would be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like your life would be like a movie. Like how I end up on the news. You know what I'm saying? Like my whole life changed within the blink of an eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't nothing I could do about it. Nothing. So I sat in the back of the cop car just telling myself to wake up. Wake up. It's a dream, Paige. Wake up. This not real. But the whole time I'm feeling myself in these handcuffs, you know what I'm saying? I feel myself in these handcuffs, and I just sat there like this is not my life, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to wake up. I'm just trying to wake up, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't wake up. I couldn't wake myself up. So it's like I was just like, I don't know. And I don't even remember them coming and questioning me. You know what I'm saying? Ask me nothing. I don't remember none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just remember when I got downtown to the detective station, like, I didn't want to raise my head up. I didn't want to look, because I kept trying to tell myself that, maybe it's a dream. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just about to wake up. And I couldn't wake up. I couldn't wake up. And then they had this man, like, he was asking me questions, you know what I'm saying? And like I'm young, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if I tell the truth, then I'm gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sorry, y'all. I just feel like if I told the truth that I was gonna be okay. And I didn't even know what JR's status was when I got down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm telling the man my story, you know what I'm saying? Not even knowing he a detective, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling him my story. And after I finished telling my story, you know what I'm saying? what happened, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm answering his questions. I'm being, you know what I'm saying, I'm being cooperative, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling my story because I'm like, you know, so I didn't even know Gerard was dead until they told me they was booking me for murder. I kept asking, was he okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think after they told me that they was booking me for murder, I I think I broke down then. And it still wasn't real to me. You know what I'm saying? Me sitting downtown still wasn't real to me. Me being, you know what I'm saying, them telling me Gerald was enough for murder wasn't real to me. Like, it still wasn't real to me. Like, I got downtown. I got to county. I remember I got to county and I just remember the phones was just ringing. You know what I'm saying? Like ringing and I remember a guard telling me this phone haven't stopped ringing since they booked you. She was like, somebody called, my cousin called up there for me, and she was like, I'm gonna just give you one message that somebody told me to give you, and they told me to tell you that I think it was my cousin Tashika. They said that they love you and they praying for you and you gonna be okay. And at the time, it's like I couldn't focus on nothing because I'm still trying to figure out if this a dream or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna wake up. You know what I'm saying? I guess I was in the highest delusional state possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in delusion. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to know. I didn't want to know that I was in a real live reality. You know what I'm saying? So, um, after that, I remember, that's why I hate this song to this day. It's a song by Usher called Climax. And it's like, I just heard that song just ringing in my head over and over and over again. So I smelled the blood in my hair. I felt death around me. I smelled it and I felt it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I can make y'all understand that, but that's I don't know. It just was, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? So I was high in denial, y'all. Like, I was in denial. They took my weave out, you know what I'm saying? They did the procedures that they do, you know what I'm saying, when they book you into county. Um and they made me take a shower. They made me put on a jumpsuit and they walked me to the back. And even when I got in my bunk, that song just kept playing by Usher, Climax. It just kept playing. It just kept playing. And like, I tried to rock myself to sleep, but I tried to rock myself to sleep. I stayed up so long. I dozed off and didn't even know when I dozed off. And so when I come back, I'ma tell y'all what happened when I was in jail. I'ma tell y'all about when CPS came see me, when the detective tried to come see me again, how I found out where my kids was, and how I found out who my lawyer was, how long I stayed in jail, and how I got out, and how I found out who my judge was. So when I come back, I'ma tell y'all, I'ma tell y'all about that. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I feel weak. I feel weak and I feel drained and I feel emotional because I mean, this story be taking me like there. You know what I'm saying? It be taking me there. And like, maybe I feel weak too because when I started this video, I just came from running. But me telling it and crying, it just made me even more drained. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I've been promising y'all I'ma go live. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling y'all I'ma go live. And I've been having technical issues, and it's crazy because every time I tell my friend, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to upload my video, I'm trying to go live, and something always happens, she be like, Paige, that's the devil, keep going, you know what I'm saying? So, I gotta preach at church tomorrow, so I gotta get ready for that, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna try to be back on here Sunday, or I'm gonna try to be back on here Monday. So, I want y'all to do me a favor. Go thumbs up my last video, and go and thumbs this video up, because we got some souls we gotta save before Jesus come back. And like I said, that's the reason why I'm telling this story, because I know a lot of women that inbox me. Some women still going through it. You know what I'm saying? They still going through. They inbox me, y'all, all night. I got men inboxing me telling me how my story changing their life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm here for God to use me, because I remember when I got this case over with, I told my auntie I never wanted to talk about it again, because it was behind me and I was over it and I was done with it. But God allowed me to go through this so that I can help and tell somebody else. It's who better to let somebody else come out of it than somebody that been through it. And even though it's draining and it's hurtful to revisit this story, I'm doing it for y'all. I'm doing it for the people that lost their lives to domestic violence, and I'm doing it for the people that don't have a voice that's still in it right now, and I'm doing it for people that need to heal, and for people, you know what I'm saying, that need the courage or feel like they can't turn to nobody, you know what I'm saying. I say things that I know some people might be embarrassed by, you know what I'm saying, but I don't care, because if it's for the glory of God, I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? So, and it took me 11 years to open my mouth, and so I'm here telling my story. So, I believe only my subscribers can see this. You know what I'm saying? So, make sure, like I said, y'all thumbs up the last video, thumbs up this one. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? Either to tomorrow, I'm going to cook. Y'all, I ain't gonna even lie. I'm going to cook today, so I gotta cook tomorrow. I'm going to cook some turkey necks. Yep. So, 'cause y'all know I love my family. So, y'all stay prayed up. I ask that Jesus cover y'all in his blood. Keep y'all raptured and heaven ready. Keep y'all garments spotless, wrinkled, and blemish free. I pray that God gives y'all a pure heart and a positive mind. And know I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all support, and I'm sorry about all the technical issues. And let me tell y'all something too. I stay on the outskirts of Bowman. I'm out here in the country. I probably don't get that good of service, but as much as I can make these videos for y'all, I am, and I'm trying. Don't forget to thumbs up. And I love y'all. Have a blessed day.